Good morning. Well, we were trying to go live. We lost Heather there for a second. So I'm going to be solo until she's able to join. Today, we are here to talk about things that happened in the news since yesterday, which I'm actually not sure if there's much. Where'd you go?
I don't know. I disappeared.
You did. I'm just talking to myself. We have, do we have any news today?
Um, Nothing that was super big. How's that?
Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about our favorite dining options in all the Disney World parks, Disney Springs, and then like some of our resort favorites. Where are you at, Heather?
I am in my car. I'm in the car. I have a family member who's having bypass surgery today, so I am actually at the hospital for them. But since they are going to be out for the next, I don't know, 5 hours, came out to the parking lot to go ahead and do this.
So when your aunt comes out of surgery, you're like, how'd you spend the time while I was in surgery? Oh, I went live
I
from
went
the car.
live. Um, Fun fact, every now and then I see that she's liked one of the Facebook posts where we've gone live,
Uh-huh.
which is mortifying to me, but she says it's nice to be able to see me that way,
Oh, that's
which I get.
sweet.
Yeah, she's super kind.
I love that. All right. Well, hello to Aunt Peg when she gets to see this later. Thinking of
Yes.
you today as you go through a big surgery. All right. So we're going to just skip the news and talk about dining. I am actually so hungry right now because I haven't had breakfast. So I'm like, I don't know about you, but like at night, I can't watch food content online
Oh, yeah.
because if I'm not
It makes me
actively
hungry.
eating, it makes me hungry. And so
It
I just
makes
have
me
to,
hungry.
I need the algorithms to know when my eating times are so it knows better. But also some of the stuff that's come across my feed, we've actually been making and it's
Yeah.
so good. And I'm like, see, it was all worth it.
Yeah, most definitely. That was one of the things when we first started, however many years ago it was, and I was doing a lot of Pinterest pinning
Hmm.
and having to go onto Pinterest and seeing all the recipes that were over there while I was working was pretty much torture.
Yeah, that is sort of recipe central. All right, so I thought that we would start where everything at Disney World starts. Can you guess? At
Magic
Magic
Kingdom?
Kingdom. Okay, so we're gonna go park by park and do favorite quick service for each of us, table service for each of us at each park, and then we'll move on to Disney Springs and some of the resorts as well. Heather Thomas, what is your favorite table service at Magic Kingdom?
Skipper Canteen.
Okay. That one's definitely a more adventurous palette. For anybody that doesn't know, these are the choices that are up for awards. Be Our Guest Restaurant, Cinderella's Royal Table, Crystal Palace,
Hmm.
Liberty Tree Tavern, Skipper Canteen, Tony's Town Square, the Plaza Restaurant, and then sometimes Diamond Horseshoe, but we don't really go there anyway.
Yeah.
And you're saying Skipper Canteen. To be fair,
Yes.
this park not known for their table
Mm-mm.
service. Um, I also do quite like Skipper Canteen. I'm going to throw in Liberty Tree Tavern as a good
Mm.
solid pick. It's not
Okay.
the most adventurous, but it is good.
Yeah. So why do you like it?
It's home cooking. I feel like if you're
Hmm.
traveling with a group, it's easy to please. But if you want a more
Hmm.
adventurous menu, Skipper Canteen, like if it was just me, I think Skipper Canteen would be. But if it was a group, I think Liberty Square is kind of a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, and I think I like Skipper Canteen because it has kind of a unique menu, but also it's typically relatively easy to get into, which I like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not as busy or the tables aren't as close together as some of the other restaurants in the park, which I think is nice because then it makes it inherently just a little bit quieter. And I like the vibe that the skippers bring, like the servers.
Yeah, it feels very uniquely Disney.
Hmm.
I'm trying to solve the aggressive sidebar situation here. Stick
I,
with me.
I'm really trying not to touch my face because it's sweaty, but my hair is sticking to it, and
It's
I
really
I
hard.
just want to pull it back.
Okay. Okay. So I do feel like Skipper Canteen is really good for having like fantastic food and also embracing the Disney vibe of it.
Hmm.
But But table service at Magic Kingdom isn't its strength. It has other strengths.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on the quick service side, these are the nominees.
Oh my
Casey's
gosh.
Corner, Columbia Harbor House, Cosmic Rays, Pecos Bills, Pinocchio Village House, Sleepy Hollow, the Friar's Nook, Gaston's Tavern, if you want to count that. And the winner on Heather's side is
Sleepy Hollow, which is a new one for me.
that is new. Tell me about
hmm
that.
I have found that I tend to gravitate towards kids meals a lot, which is it's a quantity size thing. And the adult size meals at most of the traditional quick service restaurants are too big, but they sometimes the kids options they're not super fun. And someplace like Sleepy Hollow is you don't actually get like a combo meal like you would at one of the regular quick service restaurants, but you can get like a waffle with things on it,
Mm-hmm.
which then feels like it's the best of both worlds. It's a little bit more and more adventurous than just a kid's meal, but it's not as much as a traditional adults combo meal at one of the restaurants.
Did you say the best of both worlds?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Miley. Thank you very much. So yeah, so I like, and also I, as I was putting this list together, I noticed a very distinct pattern of breakfast items and uh, potato products. So the fact that it is a
Breakfast and potato.
savory breakfast waffle, or I mean, you can get it sweet too, but if you're eating it for a meal, like lunch or dinner, the savory side of it. So
Okay, I didn't see that one coming. Got to be honest. So good, always the full of surprises. I am. There's a few on this list that I would say we frequent during our trips.
hmm
I used to be a hater of this place, and now I find that we go there quite a bit, which is Cosmic Rays. I
hmm
used to say I don't want any standard theme park food like burgers and fries and this kind of stuff when there's interesting options all over. And that used to be Columbia Harbor House, but I just feel like it's fallen off over the last few years. And Cosmic Rays is like indoor. That one room has a little bit of entertainment if you want to look at it that
hmm
way. And some of their menu items are pretty good. And mobile order, I mean, a lot of these have mobile order, but and it has art bathrooms and has a fuel rod station. Like I just feel like
hmm
it's got a lot going on in one space, and it's a great place for us to recharge, like literally and
Yeah.
figuratively. So end up there quite a bit. I will say we do end up mobile ordering at Casey's Corner quite a bit, especially when we're sitting down to like watch parades or
hmm
fireworks, that kind of thing. And then if we happen to be over by Pecos Bills, we have been stopping in there
hmm
occasionally, and that's good. That's different than it used to be because it used to have a kind of a big following in a way, or a lot of people that loved it. But I still think it's a decent stop.
Yes,
But
and the both of Casey's Corner and Pecos Bills made my honorable mention list, and Pecos Bills in particular for kind of the same reason of why I put Sleepy Hollow on there because you can get nachos, which again isn't
queso.
like yes, it's well yeah queso, but also it's not like a full burger, a full side.
Hmm.
It's something that feels like it's easier. It's a smaller the portion's probably equal, the calories are probably definitely equal, but it's a little bit easier to justify the price of that for me.
Hmm. Okay. So starting off at Magic Kingdom,
hmm
let's hop over to Epcot, where there are so many places to eat, an
hmm
embarrassment of riches.
Yes.
And in the table service category, the nominees are Le Cellier Steakhouse, Space 220, Garden Grill, Coral Reef, Chefs de France, Monsieur Paul, Rose and Crown, Sun Hill Inn, Tepinado, Tepinado, Nine Dragons, Beer Garden, Spice Road Table, and Takumi Thai. I think that's the whole list.
Well, mine is not on that list.
Okay, then add to the list. What is yours?
Well, it's probably because it's not a traditional table service, but it's one that requires reservations, and I think it's great for adult groups.
Oh, you're going to say Geo?
Geo 82.
Okay. I think if it requires reservations, it should be considered table service.
That is why I included it. And I know the menu is not huge for Geo 82, but if you are traveling with an adult only group, if especially in some place like Epcot where you are very likely there, a good chance you're there during a festival, and you've been already doing some snacking and stuff in the World Showcase, and you may not want a full big table service meal. GO82 is a great alternative because the items that they do have on their small plates list are delicious.
Mm-hmm. All right. An interesting curveball from Heather, but also it it should be on the list probably. Okay. So for me, I'm gonna say Takumi Thai because it
Mm,
is one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. However, it's not a super common thing for people to want to do because it is only available a few days a week. It's expensive, it takes hours, but I think if you want a special meal, Takumi
mhm,
Thai is a fantastic option. For a more like normal dinner,
mhm.
I would say maybe Rose and Crown. We have enjoyed our meals there many, many times. Sometimes you get views depending on where you're sitting, sometimes you don't. I feel like the
Mhm.
service is really good. I feel like the food is good. And I think we especially liked it when we booked it with the dining package
Mhm.
because it's actually a lot of food for what you pay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's just it's kind of um comfort food
yeah,
ish.
it's just easy.
Hmm.
So that makes sense. Okay. Now, moving on to quick service at Epcot. And
Okay,
the
so
nominees are
oh gosh,
Sunshine Seasons, Regal Eagle, La Halle, Boulangerie, La Cantina de San Angel, Katsura Grill, Kringla, Lotus Blossom Cafe, Tangerine Cafe, Connections, and Yorkshire County Fish Shop. And the winner on Heather's side is
Lehal.
really?
Yes, Lehal. For a couple reasons. I will say though that if it's during a festival, it's a festival booth is
Yes.
probably going to be my option, my main option. But if it's not during a festival or if it's like morning, Lehal. And the reason is they open early. They open like around 8:30. Usually they open like with early entry. So it's someplace in the World Showcase where you can go and get breakfast. The line can be kind of annoying. It does get long, and I wouldn't stand in it if it was really long. But if the line is on the shorter side, I love that you can walk through and you can pick out a pastry and you can pick out a sandwich and you can kind of customize exactly what you're going to have. It's not like a standard, here's, this main and then this side. You can put together your own combo. And I am a sucker for a sweet treat and for anything that resembles breakfast. And the fact that you can get items that do both of those there is a win for me.
Yeah. I accidentally clicked the label on the screen from Epcot Hollywood Studios. Sorry, didn't mean to kick us forward.
I was so confused.
I will say that when I was thinking about this list, I thought, don't overthink it because what's your first instinct? And the
Hmm.
two places that I feel like I end up the most now are Yorkshire Fish Shop
Hmm.
because it's quick. It's really easy to mobile order, walk up to the window,
Mobile
go find a
order.
seat, sit down. The other is Connections. And
Hmm.
that is a great indoor space to like sit
Hmm.
down, get out of the heat and rain, and get some food. So those are the 2 that came to mind immediately. Regal Eagle's another one
Regal
if
Eagle.
we are physically on that side of the park,
Hmm.
and, it's a good place to you could just get a mobile order a soda and then just go in there and
Or
sit
onion
down.
rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Epcot is one park where we tend to choose where we're going to eat based on location more than the other
Mhm.
parks. And I don't
Mhm.
know if it really is further to walk in inside Epcot from I guess I'm just less likely to want to walk to some
Mm.
place far away than I am in another park. It just feels closer inside all the other three parks.
Yeah, I think so. I will tell you that my favorite food in real life tends to be all kinds of Asian food. So the fact that I just named a barbecue in the American
Hmm.
Pavilion, a fish shop in the UK, and then Connections feels embarrassing a little bit. But I did name Takumi Thai, though, for
Yeah.
table service. Okay, now we are hopping over to Hollywood Studios, and the nominees for Best Table Service Restaurant are 50s Primetime Cafe, Sci-Fi Dine and Theater, Hollywood Brown Derby, Hollywood and Vine, and Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. And the winner for Heather is
Okay, don't get angry, but I have three winners and it's based on vibes. Because if I am on day 5 of a 7-day trip and I haven't eaten anything green, it's Hollywood Brown Derby and I'm going in for a chopped salad. If I need something that's easier on the stomach and I just want some comfort food, I'm going to get me some mashed potatoes over at 50's Prime Time. And if I need to just be in some quiet in the dark because I am overwhelmed with everything, you will find me trying to get a reservation over at 50's or over at Sci-Fi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with all that. And I would say that I will just do a sort of adjacent mention, which is I'll pick Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge because
Mm,
you can just walk up and sit
hmm
down and order the little Cobb salad off the menu.
Not anymore.
Oh, it's not available anymore on the menu?
No, you can
We
only
need
get the
it.
big.
So
Yes,
maybe you and I could split one big one.
yes.
Okay, but we need that. We need the small one for like a quick lunch.
Yeah, I think they figured out that people were using that as a little bit of a hack to bypass the higher price of the large salads. So yeah, it's only the big ones now in the lounge.
Why they force us to eat so much and spend so much?
Well, I don't know.
Chill. Okay, so let's talk about quick service. The nominees are ABC Commissary, Backlot Express, Docking Bay 7, Woody's Lunchbox, Fairfax Fair, Catalina Eddie's,
Hmm
and Rosie's All American Cafe. Though those all are just in a pile of buildings together.
hmm
Ronto Roasters. The winner for Heather is
ABC commissary, but in in my perfect world, we are stopping over at Baseline for an appetizer of a pretzel first, and then we are going over to ABC, well, a pretzel and a beer, and then we're going over to ABC, which is just, around the corner and down a little walk, um, for some more substantial meal before we go back to Baseline for dessert beer.
dessert beer. You're bookending your meal with beer. Yeah, we do love baseline tapas. Yes, we do love ABC Commissary. I feel like this is another one that we didn't used to love as much,
Hmm
and now we do for lots of reasons.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
food.
good food. The kids' meals at ABC Commissary are on point. They have like a taco there that's on the adult meal and the kids' meal, and the only difference between the adults and the kids is the like salsa that goes on it, and you get like instead of two tacos, you get one. Um, but otherwise, it's pretty much exactly the same as the adults, and I like that. So solid options there. Again, expands beyond just a burger and good kids meal options.
And I'm going to choose Docking Bay 7.
Mm,
I would say we don't end up in there a ton. I think it's just time of day. Like we're just not
hmm
in Galaxy's Edge for like meal times typically, but it's such a good place. Like if I'm taking anybody as in more of a tour guide capacity to Hollywood
hmm
Studios, that's the quick service I'm going to because it's definitely got the vibe of the park, like the theming, and it's got interesting food. And if you have any special diets, it tends to be good, like vegetarian options or plant based or these kind of things. So, Docu May
Yeah.
7 is a good solid one for other people. I would say we end up at ABC Commissary a lot these days.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay, let's park up to Animal Kingdom. And the nominees are for table service, best table service at Animal Kingdom, Tiffin's, Tusker House, Yak and Yeti, and if you want to count it, Rainforest Cafe.
Okay. Again, I'm going with a hybrid that's not on the list, and I'm going with Nomad because it's a table service that doesn't require advanced dining reservations. And although it's billed as a lounge, the items that they offer on their food menu are quite substantial. Kids can go. It's perfectly fine. You're not going to sit at a regular table, but you can get some fun items like churros and sliders and like a bread service. It's a little bit kind of like I said, a hybrid between a quick service, table service, good food. It's tends to be a little bit more quiet, comfy seats.
You can tell the priorities here. Quiet, easy, smaller portions.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and I would say that Nomad Lunch is really like Tiffin's light.
Hmm.
So it does feel like it fits here because otherwise it doesn't appear on the traditional table service or quick service lists.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that is 100% where we end up every
Hmm.
single trip. Sometimes the only motivation to go to Animal Kingdom is because you want to go to Nomad Lunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a good pick. I'll say Tiffin's because I do think it is
Hmm.
probably the best food at Animal Kingdom. We don't end up there a lot because who wants to spend that kind of money and time all the time? But I do think it's the best food. But
Yeah.
if you
Agreed.
want to spend less and have the same food, just go to Nomad.
Hmm.
Okay. The nominees for quick service are Satuli Canteen, Flame Tree Barbecue, Harambe Market, Yakinetti Local Foods Cafe,
Hmm.
and Pizza Fari. And the winner for Heather is?
Satuli.
It's an easy one, right?
Yeah. They have such fun food, and the bowls are delicious. And I like that you can kind of customize it and build your own. It kind of gives that Chipotle feel where you're putting
Mm-hmm.
together your components, which I like. So you can get exactly what you want, and the portion there seems quite fair. You can refill your drinks.
Yes. I feel like we need a whole article about this and
Hmm.
analyzing where you can refill your drinks. And
And real silverware.
real silverware is a good one. Drink refills, is it inside so that you can get air
Hmm.
conditioning? Because some of the ones on this list don't have that. I feel like these are good analysis. And also, does it have good food?
Yeah.
In the
Yes.
case of Satuli, check, 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 check.
All of it.
Yeah. There's really no debate. Satuli is the best quick service at Animal Kingdom. So we're going
Yep.
to go ahead and agree on that one.
Yay.
All right. Now, shall we hop over to Disney Springs, which has approximately a million things, but I'm going to go ahead and name them anyway. The nominees for Best Table Service in Disney Springs are Haleo, Morimoto Asia, The Boathouse, Wine Bar George, STK Orlando, Raglan Road, Homecoming, Paddlefish, Terralina Crafted Italian, Frontera Casino. Frontera Casino. I think that's all. And Heather's winner is
I went with Homecoming again because mashed potatoes.
mhm,
Although there's several of those that I really do love. Like I also love a good wedge salad, and that is an option at is it Boathouse? No,
Paddlefish.
Paddlefish. I love the wedge salad at Paddlefish, but I really love mashed potatoes. I think I end up going to Paddlefish more frequently because the reservations are a little bit easier. I think Homecoming can be really difficult to snag a reservation for, but in a perfect world, I would just walk up and get me some, again, mashed potatoes.
Bethany Vinton just recently did some content about macaroni and cheese, and it's really good because it's like, different colors,
Uh-huh.
textures, noodles. What is this more like Kraft? Is this more like this? And I feel like you could do the same thing with mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Yes, the mashed potato analysis. Yeah, those are fantastic options. Paddlefish would be top of my list probably because we do love the food. It's easier to
Hmm.
get a reservation there than the boathouse, and you can have good views. We have had sunset
Yes.
views, and I love the idea of sitting up there and just, yeah, watching the sunset. But it's like I feel like you can see the aerofoil balloon, and you can see
Hmm.
Rainforest Cafe, and it just feels like you have great views of the whole area
Yeah,
plus
agreed.
good food. So paddlefish. I know everybody else says Boathouse, and it is good, but we're just not naming it because it doesn't need our help. It's one of the top grossing restaurants in the entire United States. they
So
don't
it's doing
need
perfectly fine.
they don't need any help from us. I do want to throw in Wine Bar George. We end up
Me
there.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I crave their biscuits and gravy.
Mm-hmm.
I do love their brunch, and they have a delicious biscuit and gravy entree option there. So Definitely adding Wine Bar George as an honorable mention, especially for brunch.
Yes. Yeah. Brunch, definitely. Dinner, the other options, I feel like. So that would be good. Okay. Let's move on to quick service. The nominees for best quick service in Disney Springs are Blaze Pizza, Earl of Sandwich, Chicken Guy, Deluxe Burger, Polite Pig, the Four Rivers Cantina Food Trucks, and Marketplace. There's random Marketplace snacks and kiosks, but let's just stick to the other ones.
I went with Polite Pig.
Yeah.
I went with Polite Pig. Not only do you get like some really good food, they have a bourbon bar and that's fun. They bring your food out to you. You have real silverware. Like there's lots of reasons to love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's also the best value of a quick service dining credit in all of Disney World. So if anybody's on the dining plan, you get the best quick service food plus it's good value.
Yeah.
It feels like a restaurant, but it's quick service. So I
Mm-hmm.
love I love that because I feel like Satuli Canteen fits in that. I feel like Docking Bay 7 fits in that. They kind of
Mm-hmm.
feel table service ish.
Yeah. Elevated quick service.
100%. But having said that, some of the other items on this list are amazing as well. It's hard to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's rarely any quick service we haven't liked in Disney Springs.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as we move on to the resorts, I will not be naming them because there are too many.
Thank you.
However, I do tend to think about resort dining in terms of entire resorts for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I like the idea that if you stay at a resort, you can have some of the best food. And there are a few different resorts that I would put in that category for me. But there's lots of ways to look at this. So, did you pick like a table service at a resort and a quick service at a resort?
No, I have a list of 4 of table service restaurants across 4 different resorts.
Okay.
It,
You do that, and I will pick entire resorts where I just like all the food.
okay.
So Heather's favorite table service resorts restaurants are
Wailulu. It's a new favorite. I
mm,
think it's everybody's new favorite. I
mm-hmm,
like that you can sit outside. It's really weird how when I'm in the parks and roasting, I crave to be in the air conditioning, but you tell me that I can go to an indoor outdoor bar with covered seating and ceiling fans, and I'm all in on that. Like that sounds fine to me. But I like that it's got like that island vibe.
mm-hmm.
It is super busy, so there's that. Flying Fish over at Boardwalk, best steak I've ever had on property. I'm still chasing that steak high, so I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian's Bistro over at Caribbean Beach. I love the lime rice with the red beans in it. It's really good, and
Mm-hmm.
that one is a family style, kind of all you can eat,
And not
which
that expensive.
yeah, it's not too bad, and it tends to be relatively easy to get into, and all that rice really great if you are carb loading before a race. Topolino's Terrace over at Riviera Resort is my last one, whether it's breakfast or dinner. Both are really great options.
Yes. So good. Love it. All right. Go ahead and do your quick service because I'm doing entire resorts.
Okay, and then for quick service, um, the Captain Cook's over at Polynesian,
Mm-hmm.
because I love those. Is it pork nachos? I think.
Mm-hmm.
The pork nachos there. And then also over at Polynesian, the Tambu Lounge, which kind of feels like not super convenient for families, but if you're adults and you're craving the Ohana noodles and their pot stickers, you can order those over at Tambu Lounge, which feels like a little hack if you don't want to pay Ohana prices. And then finally, Three Bridges over at Coronado Springs, I think is a great option. And if you are staying at a value resort and you are looking for someplace that has a really good food court,
Mm-hmm.
Landscape of Flavors over at Art of Animation is a solid choice. And that's great for Art of Animation and just a really short walk from Pop Century as well.
Mm-hmm. We do love it. When last time we stayed at Art of Animation, I think we ate in the food court like 3 times or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Okay, well, there will be overlap between the resorts I picked and the things that Heather just mentioned because some resorts just have lots of good food. So I'm going to put number one as the Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Riviera dining. I am not a fan of staying there, although I want to try it again and see if I'll like it more next time. But I love the food.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on the Skyliner, then it's just a great place to go easily for, as Heather mentioned, Topolino's, whether it's breakfast or dinner, it's good. Whether it's Bar Riva, which is their pool bar, but it just feels like a restaurant that
Yeah.
with delicious food and fun views and vibes and everything. And then they also have a great coffee shop. They have a great quick service, Primo
Mm-hmm.
Piatto. Riviera has some of the best food in all Disney World.
Agreed.
Number two has overlap with Heather as well. Polynesian.
Polly. Yeah.
Polynesian. It has everything from good bars, good table service, good quick service, good everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Polynesian, there's so many perks to staying at the Polynesian, but I would say one of them is dining.
Yeah, the food.
The third resort on my list is Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And that has just some of the best food. Like I think we were asked one time, where should I eat at Animal Kingdom Lodge? I was like, anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. Quick service, table service, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So those three are probably my favorite, and it would be a huge selling point if I was deciding resorts.
I like all
All,
those.
all right. I'm very hungry. Are
Yeah.
you ready? Are you ready for some comments?
Yes.
Okay. So Karen says, I just want to say that I used Weight Magic last Friday on my 7 days out, and I got modifications on 8 out of 9 of my lightning lanes for the exact times I wanted. Highly recommend it once you get past the learning curve of what to select for searches. That is fantastic to hear. We are
Mm-hmm.
also new fans of Weight Magic. If you want to modify your lightning lanes before your trip, and also you can
Weight
use it
magic.
during your trip, go check out Weight Magic. Christine says there's no Starlight Parade times listed after Easter. Will they get added soon? Yes.
Yes,
For,
they just added like Festival Fantasy and stuff yesterday or the day before. It just takes a little while. I would expect they will be up soon.
all right. Cackling Toad says, good morning, ladies. I'm booking Easter Sunday Lightning Lane tomorrow morning and trying to plan around the parade and the bunny. Does the Easter tag come out in the front of both the 12 and 3 Festival Fantasy parades? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So definitely look at the Festival Fantasy times, and the Easter tag will be just before that. Brooke says, I crave Satuli when I'm home.
Yeah, yeah, it's so good. It's like lighter, but it's still delicious.
All right. Need a checklist of places that do have the fountains for drink refills at restaurant. For real.
Yeah, yeah. We should sit down and put that together because it is important.
April says, love the list of places for drink refills. I'd also love to know where good free waters are. Friar's Nook had the
Mm,
nugget ice and tasted filtered, but the lunching pad was terrible. Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
Okay. Jason says, where is the best place to rent a stroller? So, Jason, as the data people that we are, we have an entire spreadsheet of stroller data. And so I'm going to drop the link to that in the comments and you can go and look at it. The reason that it
Mhm.
is a spreadsheet is because you need to be able to see like what weight is your child and different dimensions like that. Best stroller options. I need to turn my caps lock off. Otherwise, I'm going
You'll be
to
yelling.
look like I'm screaming in the comment section for no apparent reason. Best stroller options. Okay. Katie says, any idea if they will keep doing bounce back offers for 2027? We booked a placeholder date for the end of the year to not miss out and hope to modify to 2027 once those days are out. Yeah, we do assume. But 2027 dates aren't out, like,
Yes.
period.
So I don't think we're going to see any of the bounce back stuff come out until we get 2027 booking stuff, which will be, and it's not too far away. You're looking in the next, what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, the 2027 will come out soon and then later the bounce back. But just
Mhm.
hold tight and you should be able to modify once they decide to release it.
Yeah.
And then finally, Linda says, I don't have a clue what they're talking about. And I don't know what this is in response to, but same, Linda.
Yeah.
Same.
Who knows? Who knows? I have a feeling that Linda may not be a real person. I can't tell.
Or she is.
Uh-huh.
And hi. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Um, I'm sorry. Angela has an important last minute submission. Besides homecoming, what other restaurants do you like for their mashed potatoes?
Um, Homecoming, 50s prime time. Those are like my two big ones. If I am just feeling like I desperately want mashed potatoes, those are going to be the first two that I'm going to be looking for. I think other places have mashed potatoes and they're probably perfectly fine, but they're not like what they're more I just want mashed potatoes. I don't need it to be an elevated mashed potato. I just want mashed potato with some gravy.
Mhm. That's a comfort food.
Mhm.
You can search a food that you like mashed potatoes, in
Mhm.
the Disney World app, and it'll tell you where it's available. So you can at least
Mhm.
narrow down your choices that way. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. We will not be live Friday because we spend Fridays with patrons. And we will be back on Monday to catch you up on all the news and talk about the week ahead next week. But that wraps up this week.
Yay.
We'll see you then.
Bye.